Hello, my name is Adanech Makey, she, her, hers pronouns, and I'm the senior site manager of the Jumpstart program at NYU, so New York University in New York. What I do is I work with two wonderful colleagues, and we lead the program, the Jumpstart program, which is an early childhood education nonprofit program that is national, and we lead that at the NYU. So we get to work with college students and support them as they go into preschools throughout New York and serve 3 to 5 year olds who are in schools that come from no income, low income backgrounds. I've always been into education, especially as a Black woman and an immigrant at that in public school system at Highline. I went to Highline High School. I didn't always feel the most supported, and I was always pretty outspoken, and I was really involved in extracurriculars and trying to make my school a better place. However, I realized that the issues within our education system weren't only at Highline High School, but really embedded throughout our country and just education throughout the world. And this led me into being really interested in education policy and development and what that looked like. So when I went to undergrad at Harvard University in Washington, D.C., I'm an HBCU grad. When I went there, I originally wanted to do political science and psychology. I ultimately chose to stick to psychology because that was something I was really interested in, and I had the most support from professors there, and I really loved the work, and I was able to still focus on education and education policy while still studying psychology, because I learned that what you major in undergrad really does not matter. And it's important for us to choose the things the fields and the classes where we feel most alive and most supported. And I did that. And now I have hopes of continuing my education in education and policy for graduate school. But I really needed my undergrad to experience different opportunities to make sure that this is really what I wanted to do. Yeah, getting to college was really hard because I think a lot of BIPOC students, so Black, Indigenous, people of color, I think a lot of times in our schools we're told we're not enough, or that our dreams are maybe too big, or there's one right way to success. And I don't think that is the case. And so it's really important for you to, one, work hard, but also work hard towards the things you're passionate about and really advocate for yourself, because it's important that just because one person tells you no, you don't always take that no. Respectfully find somebody else who can support you into whatever your dreams are. If it's going to school, four-year university, getting into trade, if that's interesting to you, or getting into tech, whatever you're really passionate about, find the folks who can support you in getting there. And then once you get there, it's okay to ask for support. Going to Howard was not an easy journey for me. I came from Highline. And so just being at Howard, it was really difficult. I had to prove myself a lot because I didn't do well on SATs. I had average scores, and the education that I received, while I did have amazing teachers in some of my classes, it felt subpar once I got to Howard compared to some students who went to private schools. And so that was really a hard transition for me. However, I had to remind myself, and a lot of my community reminded me, that there's a reason that I was there and that I was meant to, achieve my dreams, and I could achieve my dreams. So it wasn't easy. So the only advice I could give you is keep trying. And if one person tells you no, find somebody who will tell you yes. And another thing is don't ever count yourself out of anything, because I think a lot of us will count ourselves out of college or out of anything that we really want to do. If anybody's going to count you out, let them do it. Don't do it to yourself, and apply to everything. Try everything. If you get one rejection, that doesn't matter. There's another company, organization, or a school that really would love to have you. So keep trying and don't give up on what you want for yourself, especially in terms of school, because you might hear a lot of no's, but it's okay, because you'll eventually get a yes. Like J. Cole says, bet on yourself. It doesn't matter what other people think or say. No one can tell you what you can and should do in your life. That has to be a decision that you make for yourself, as long as it's morally not kind and it's beneficial for folks. But make sure that you really choose yourself and take care of yourself, and really the things that you want to do in this world, you make them happen, you work towards them. But please don't let anybody try to discourage you from the things that you want to do. And also don't let your circumstances too. I know that's really hard to hear, especially if it's resources or what it is. There are resources out there and there's people out there that are willing to help you. Sometimes you just have to ask. Closed mouths do not get fed. So please, please, please always ask and advocate for yourself. And there's people rooting you on and people who really want to see you succeed. So whatever success means to you, but please don't give up on your dreams and anything that you want to do.